and welcome to another segment of AstrologyAnswers.com's weekly horoscope. My name is Terence Gardino. On Monday, December the 12th, we start with the moon in Gemini, beginning to oppose the sun in Sagittarius, making for the full moon on Tuesday, the 13th. This will be the only significant planetary event. Venus, Mercury, Mars, none of those planets are going to be triggering other planets. But the full moon's important. It brings everything, a lot of matters to culmination. It's a time when you start to realize what's not working, let it go, and to focus on what is working. The full moon will be in the sign of Gemini, and with Gemini, you might be distracted. Gemini is interested in so many things, and it jumps from one idea to the next. Can be a couple of days where you're brainstorming ideas, your mind is racing, you're fluctuating from one idea to the next. And that starts on Monday. It peaks on Tuesday. Now, this full moon is also going to be aspecting controlled, restricted Saturn, which might be bringing a certain amount of worries, but at the same time, it's very positive with Jupiter. So I think what this full moon is bringing to light by Tuesday is Jupiter's bringing the opportunities, bringing the optimism to look forwards, and the Saturn is helping you be more practical and disciplined to make these opportunities come into fruition. On Wednesday, now the moon has shifted into Cancer. It's not making any aspects to any planets. It just might be a winding down day, want to be more concerned with being alone or being at home, being nurtured by family, doing house cleaning. On Thursday, now the moon still in Cancer, but it's going to trigger Mercury, Pluto, Jupiter, Uranus. So there's going to be a lot of mood swings, a lot of emotional reactiveness. Now, with the moon, even though it's triggering all these planets, it's not really changing your life because the moon is every 2 hours, it goes from 1 degree to the next degree. So we look at the moon as affecting more of our moods, of our reactions. They come, they go. And on Thursday, it might be a very social day, a very hectic day, a lot of mood swings, a lot of stimulation. So there's a lot going on. On Friday, now the moon is in dynamic Leo, romantic Leo. But on Friday, the moon isn't making any aspects, any transits to any planets, other planets. So it's more, and the sun is in Sagittarius, a fire sign, moon in Leo, fire signs. There's a lot of harmony with home and family. On Saturday, however, now the moon is aspecting very favorably Jupiter, Saturn, and Uranus. So there's a lot of productivity, a lot of motivation, a lot of enthusiasm. So it's a really good day for parties because it is the holiday season, for being very social, and maybe going to the theater, going to a movie, a concert, because you're just feeling so much more outgoing and social and stimulated. And by Sunday, now the moon is at the very end of Leo in the exact best aspect to the sun. And so that is where everything feels like it's all in sync, it's all in its rhythm, it's all come together. And then at the last part of Sunday, now the moon is into Virgo, and Virgo is more this work-minded, practical kind of energy as we start to, we had fun with Friday, Saturday, with the moon in Leo. Now by the end of Sunday, it's time to start preparing for the new work week on that next day. So before I sign off, remember I'm available for the one question offer for a nominal fee at astrologyanswers.com, but you can find a direct link if you watch through the YouTube channel, and in the description box you'll see the link. And again, let me remind you, the time of birth is always important, and some of you are putting in the city of where you were born, but not the state. So that gets a little bit more difficult for me. So if you could, in the message, repeat your birth information with the time, the city, the place, that would make sure I have it accurate. And so I want to thank you for watching. I hope you tune in next week for my next segment. Until then, have a great week.